Good morning, everyone. Sazi, good morning. Welcome in. Andre from Serbia, let's go. Welcome in. All right, this music just got a little intense. Hold up, wait a minute. All right, start off a little Wordle, and then just to get the juices flowing, and then right after that, we are right into just a quick focus session today. 120 minutes, 2 hours. I'm just gonna kind of lock into some masonry anchorage. I already know how to do masonry anchorage like 1,000 times over, but I really only studied it based on my reference manual, because it's all compiled in one spot, makes it really easy, and I've never really actually gone through the code to locate everything. So I'm just going to be double checking all that stuff this morning, doing an example or two perhaps, obviously live in front of you. And then, oh baby, what do we got? I'm thinking, I might just do a quick overall recap of a masonry in plane shear wall analysis, but other than that, we did out of plane yesterday. We're moving on, I think. I'm gonna go jump into maybe wood real fast, get through that in a quick lickety split, And then let's get back into steel, into concrete. And yeah. And ashto, as we all know. Let me know. What are you studying today? What are you working on? What are you improving on? What are you grinding on? What are you just doing for you? You know, it doesn't need to be you coming in here studying for a test or something that someone else wants you to do. It could be something that you're just working on for you. I want to know that just as much. Actually, I want to know that more if you're just in here improving upon yourself because you want to improve upon yourself. So let me know. That pumps me up. Got a little Super Bowl this afternoon. I'm not a huge football guy, but I mean, the hype around the Super Bowl, I'm going to stop in. I'm going to see what's going on. Yes, I am from the U.S. over on the West Coast. Originally grew up on the East Coast. And so I'm coast to coast. I got a little flavor of both. But USA. Never been to Serbia, unfortunately. I'd love to go visit. All right. Let's... I mean, let's just warm up. All right. Hey, you know, the double letter was bold. So we're just going to mix it up with something totally different. I want these vowels out of the way. No, bad choice, bad choice. Come on. I know I'm doing bad choices, okay? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling some of these words. We locked in our E, though. No I. Come on. Come on. I mean, our R could be hanging out the end, perhaps. Man, nothing's coming to me. Come on now. Oh, come on. Damn, man, I was feeling that. Never. All right. All right. It's a 5 out of 6. It ain't great, but the deed is done. Swap over. Let's get involved. Let's get some tunes on, and let's start this study session. As always, let me know if these aren't the tunes for you in the back. If you can't focus, just let me know in the chat. I'll swap it up. Currently studying theory of Masonry structures. I mean, at least here in the U.S. Where are we at? Where are we at? Here in the U.S., TMS, the Masonry Society, 402602. I mean, that's what's going down right now. I'm doing the same thing, so love you in here right now. All right. If you would be so kind, if you want to be alerted on all things that I produce on my channel, how-to problems on structural engineering design topics, design examples, my insight on the industry, things I've learned, lessons I've learned, mistakes I've made, things I've done right. Subscribe. Become a what? Become a team member. That's what you can become. Join thousands of other engineers from around the world, collaborating with one another to better themselves, to be better engineers, to become the next wave of proficient engineer. Whatever type of engineer you might be. I'm a civil engineer, working my way towards becoming a structural engineer, an SE here in the United States. I need to take a couple more tests, two small ones, particularly in order for me to obtain that license. But right now I'm a professional engineer, civil engineer that focuses on structural design. So there's our counter. If you're feeling it, if you're not, I get it. Hey, maybe next time. But you do get a nice comfy auditorium chair, the red leather, not even leather. It's like that plush, nice, nice movie theater, not the bad movie theater, the nice one, where it's like $20 a ticket. You can bring food in and stuff like that. Yeah, it's that type of chair. It reclines a little bit, not too far though, because we don't want you falling asleep in here. You get to pick out which chair in the auditorium you want. So if you're a back row kind of person, if you're a front row kind of person, if you're a middle kind of person, because you can't decide to the extremes, that's your decision to make when you become a subscriber to Team Kestava. Alrighty. Boom. Timer on. Let's get after it. AMD. I do not have a good reference for a book on irrigation, open channel flow, and hydrology. The last time I did that was literally to study for my PE exam, where I had my civil PE reference manual, and I used all of the information in the water resources section in order to get by that part of the exam. So other than that, I don't do any type of that design. Hopefully someone else in the chat, maybe any other water resources people out there help MD out. But only my civil PE reference manual, I would say, is if I had to, I would probably go there first to see what I need. Daniel, welcome in. I talked about this yesterday. Do I have a preference between ASD or LRFD when designing masonry? It's funny because prior to studying for the SE, I hadn't done a masonry design before. So I was super green with it. And I thought ASD was going to be the way to go. So I did all my studying in ASD and learned masonry design via ASD for both gravity and lateral. And got pretty good at it. My first go around with the SE exam, the gravity exam, I passed masonry using ASD, but unfortunately I didn't pass the exam. And then the second time around, I kind of got additional advice on this topic and was actually told, hey, it's actually probably better to do strength design or LRFD, because then basically you're doing the same methodology designing masonry as you do designing concrete. It's just the same process, just different materials. So why learn two different processes and make it more difficult? Just learn the same process, same concept, and you're good to go. So I switched and actually restudied everything in strength design. And since then, I agree, I passed passed the vertical portion of the SE exam with strength design. And now since then, I'm full board team strength design for masonry. So that's where I'm at. And that's the reason, it's true. You're doing the same, all the equations look very, very similar to those that you do for concrete design. So why kind of mix it up? That's all I got to say about that. Hey, I know that sound. 13 bored girl. Thanks for subscribing. Come on in. Seat's all yours. Take your pick. Hey, academic learner, welcome in.
I spend my Mondays like Fridays. I spend my Fridays in a box. In my heart, I'm not whining. I put my pinings on pet.
Oh, I'm gone, my friend.
Academic learner, I'm gonna have to check it out. I've never heard of this before. Hey JM, welcome in, welcome in. Glad you caught me. You finally got me. JM, you're spot on. Anchor bolts, that's right, that's right. Although, I already know how to do this, but what's annoying me is I can't use my reference manual anymore because it's electronic based, and the only thing that's tripping me up is when you have an overlapping... Uh-oh, what just happened? There we go. Is when you have an overlapping condition like this. Duh, that's the more challenging part. But doing it per the TMS, I'm not following how they prescribe these equations. Like, they say, hey, if you have an overlapping... When anchor bolts are closely spaced, stresses within the masonry begin to become additive. Yeah. And it just says, see the next figure for adjustment equations, but the figure is only for top of wall conditions, which is driving me nuts because if I was like, oh, okay, maybe it's if I plug in for the condition that I have, and I just say, okay, this is, you know, horizontal on a wall, so my thickness is uninterrupted, or the height of my cone is uninterrupted. It's just 2 lb. Let me use that value to plug in, and hopefully it should give me everything that I need, but it doesn't. It freaks out. Like, your X equation tweaks out to 0, which means this isn't true anymore, and then all your equations, like, don't work anymore, unless it's just... Let's see. Unless... So now I'm literally comparing this to my reference manual to figure out what the frick they're trying to say here. So I know how to use the code path properly, rather than kind of the cheat sheet of the reference manual. They're saying on a wall, it's just my reference manual saying for a wall, when you have overlapping, it's that. Oh, hold the phone. LB minus X. Oh. So Y. X is 0, Y equals LB. Oh, it does work. It does work. Then it says Y equals LB minus X, and if I just calculated when I'm unobstructed that X equals 0, this goes away, so Y just equals LB, which is true, and then APT adjusted, which is what I want, they say equals the following. Let's see. And so X is 0, so that goes away. Z is our distance, 12. T is just equal to 2 LB. Squared. yeah, I do say that. Okay. Arc sine is just sine to the negative 1, right? Hopefully. T over 2, which is 2 LB, so it's just LB. LB over LB is 1, so that just becomes 1. It's 90 times 2, so that equals, so theta equals 180 degrees. We plug in 180 into here and here. What does that get us? Pi times 180 divided by 180. Duh, it's pi. Sine of 180 is 0 pi, so that's just pi. LB is 8 inches. 16 squared plus 64 times 393 inches squared. Versus doing, we'll go green now and we'll compare it. For R's, S is Z in our case, or Z is S in our case. Okay. Okay, so this would be 12 inches. 2R, 2LB, 16 inches. Okay. Then that gets us A naught equals to 29 inches squared. And then APT, so this, I believe this equation found the portion that overlaps, so you need to subtract out. And now APT whole just equals pi LB squared, which is 64 times pi. 2 of those, which is 402 inches squared, then minus AO, which equals 373 inches squared. So I was hoping that was going to be identical, but
perfection. Standing in a mirror like.
All right, so I think we've kind of proven here that, I mean, I can't rely on the reference manual, so I can put it to bed. But that is indeed what's going on. So I can rely on the figure in the TMS, even though it says top of wall. If it's in the side of the wall and my T is unobstructed, that equation all still works out. I just gotta plug everything in. Okay. Just make sure. Arc sign, everybody. That's signed to the negative first, right? Stand by. Sign to the negative first power. Okay. Great. Anybody else have that? Like, I've always had a mental block of like sine and cosine and cotangent and arc sine, arc cosine. I don't know why. Maybe I just don't use them enough, but I always have to jog my memory of the words translating into what that looks like in math. Hey, real cat. That just means you're a real one, like the name says. Appreciate the follow. Appreciate you sticking along on the journey here. What are you studying right now? What are you up to? Oh, JM, that's interesting. Huh. Just got to get that one license. Hey, I mean, there's a lot of states where the SE isn't really a thing that limits or that allows you to do more design. There's some states that a PE, I believe, allows you to do just about everything, but don't hold me to that. But yeah, different testing and no FE. Interesting. I wouldn't say necessarily that the FE says whether you are or not a good engineer, at least structurally. That's more sort of to make sure that like you retain something from college. It's kind of my 2 cents on it. All the way from the Philippines. Very cool. Thank you for joining us today. What time is it over there? It's got to be. What? Is it tomorrow over there? What's going on? Hey, Christopher Ross. Planning to start your studies for your PE structural exam this summer. Any advice for the layout of the new exam? Well, so a lot of changes were made. We got like, why am I all the way down here? I scroll, let me get over here. Yeah, we had what? It went computer-based, and then on top of that now, I see that they've scrapped the complete breadth portion of the exam, so now it's just it's more tailored like the SE exam for structural. Is that my understanding of it? Like you have a kind of a gravity and lateral sort of section, but it's PE level questions and it's all multiple choice. If that's the case, I actually think that's better, because a lot of the studying I did for the PE exam was for the breath stuff, because it's just like stuff you never do. But for PE, a lot of the things, if you're in a structural firm, you should be exposed to a lot of that stuff. So I want to say, first and foremost, that that's good news if that truly is the way that the test is being shifted to. 1:40 a.m. JM, you absolute animal. But I mean, I'm all about practice problems, so get your hands on practice problems. Structural specific now. I mean, if that is the case and you don't need to do breath anymore, you can skip over all the transportation problems, all of the hydrology problems, all of the, is it construction management problems, the ethics problems, the economics problems. If that's all true, like, hey, see you later. But I'm a big practice problem type of guy, so that's still my advice. Although I would spend more time looking into, because I know they have like new formatting for problems. Actually, I need to look into that myself. Maybe I'm going to do that next time we check out what the new formatting is.
Yeah, baby. Wonder if all my bad decisions get accounted in the algorithms. No statistician could dissuade me from my bigger
All right, I think we're in a good spot with anchorage for masonry based on doing it the code. It's so weird because I say doing it the code way. I was doing it the code prescribed way last time too. It's just that for masonry, you will find, at least in reference manuals and little cheat sheet stuff, that there are better ways to set up equations or to lump information together on a specific topic than how the code lays everything out. So I'm just doubly making sure that because we got to go through the code to get all of our information, that I'm doing it that way. When I see an equation that is set up differently than I'm used to kind of seeing it, whether it's less derived or they kind of take a different approach, I can't let that trip me up. I can't waste the time trying to decipher to make sure, okay, I understand what this thing is doing and where to find certain terms that they may define differently, which stinks that I have to study that, but it is what it is. But okay. I think really the last thing is a different time. I'll do in plane, masonry, shear wall, and also confirm shear dowels. Actually, I might go to shear dowels right now. We got another 25 minutes. Hey, take a break. I haven't taken one yet. I'm blabbering over here. I'm gonna grab maybe some hot water. Maybe I'll throw some tea in it. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But take your quick break. We'll be back for the last, 20-minute stint. So stick around. See you, everybody. I come from the great beyond as well. If you're having a good time here studying, hanging out, remember to like the stream. Don't have to if you don't want to, but it's right there. It's saying, click on me, especially if you're an engineer or engineer in training, or just have a curiosity on all things structural engineering. Give it a little click-see. All right, peace. Bada boom. All right. Last little chunk here. So stay focused. And if you weren't focused, let's bring it back in. Let's focus for just this 20 minutes. That's it. All right, gang. 2 hours has come and gone. Good job today. Put in a solid little chunk this weekend. I think we did like 3 yesterday, 2 today. So nice little 5-hour session this weekend. Not too shabby at all. I'm feeling pretty good about Masonry. I think I got to check up on one more thing, which is the in-plane analysis of a shear wall. You might be saying, man, that seems like a big thing, but I've been doing a lot of studying on that in the background, so I think I'm pretty good to go on that. And honestly, right now, I need to shift my mindset a little bit because I am studying for just the morning breadth of the lateral exam. So I'm not doing, essay style design topics. I'll be doing that shortly after that exam, but I want to make sure that I know where all of the little gotcha questions are within the code itself as well. So that's good. I'm thinking next time. Maybe a little wood brush up, or maybe we go, maybe we do wood. Maybe we do wood. That'll be the breather, and then we go into concrete to like rekindle the basically the same principles that we just learned here, only with concrete. And then we wrap up with steel. And of course, AASHTO. How can we forget about AASHTO, which is going to be an interesting one for sure. But hey, Don't dwell on the future. Be proud of what you did today. Like and subscribe before you go. But if not, see you later. Have a great rest of your day, evening, morning, whatever it might be. I'm not talking in this tiny little screen. Also, I'm just realizing I never took my jacket off. Hey, that's all right. I'm cozy, I'm warm. Sometimes I forget. But I'll catch everybody next time. Peace.